Howdy. On behalf of Texas A&M University, I welcome you to the Association of Former Students Distinguished Graduate Student Awards Ceremony. I am Dr. Karen Butler-Purry, Associate Provost and Dean of the Graduate and Professional School, and it is my pleasure to serve as MC for this virtual program. The Association of Former Students Distinguished Graduate Student Awards program is held annually to recognize the contributions in teaching and research of some of our most outstanding graduate students at Texas A&M University. Graduate and professional students support Texas A&M in numerous important ways, such as teaching and mentoring many of our almost 55,000 undergraduate students, contributing to the research that generated over $1 billion in research expenditures last year, and participating and serving in leadership roles in campus and community organizations. Graduate students also bring diversity to our campus and encourage intercultural interaction. They make the Texas A&M community and our growing Aggie network richer. Since March of 2020, graduate and professional students have demonstrated incredible flexibility and resilience in adjusting to new modes of operation as a result of the pandemic. Thank you to all our Texas A&M graduate and professional students. And congratulations to our award recipients for the 2020-2021 academic year. These awards do not come easily. They are a recognition of the many years of hard work you have put into becoming the best and the brightest teachers and researchers in your fields. It is our great privilege to be able to honor you as distinguished graduate students. At Texas A&M, our leadership takes great care to support and nurture academic excellence. We make it an institutional priority to create opportunities for students to work with our premier faculty in a wide range of research and teaching experiences. I am pleased to have Interim Provost and Executive Vice President Mark Wyco join us in congratulating this year's distinguished graduate students. Dr. Wyco has served in leadership roles at Texas A&M for over 2 decades, first as faculty in electrical and computer engineering, also as Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the College of Engineering, Executive Director of the Halliburton Engineering Global Program, Dean and Campus CEO for Texas A&M University's Branch Campus in Doha, Qatar, and Associate Provost for Undergraduate Studies. He is also a 3-time graduate of Texas A&M. Please welcome Dr. Wyco.
Thank you to the Graduate and Professional School and to the Association of Former Students for co-sponsoring the Distinguished Graduate Student Awards and for advocating for graduate and professional students at Texas A&M. The Association of Former Students plays such an important role in promoting Texas A&M's unique brand of both undergraduate and graduate and professional education, and strengthening our vast, growing, and impactful Aggie network. And congratulations to our 2021 distinguished graduate students, whose contributions to our teaching and research missions help make Texas A&M a top 20 institution in the Wall Street Journal's higher education rankings, a top 15 public university in Princeton Review's rankings for the best value, a top 10 university in the Washington Monthly's rankings of universities that contribute most to the public good, and a powerhouse of research and innovation that generates over $1 billion in sponsored research annually. Our success would not be possible without you. Every day in the classroom, in the lab, in the field, and in the library, you are advancing knowledge and solving the world's most pressing problems. For your extraordinary work, you have earned one of Texas A&M's highest levels of recognition. We are fortunate to have you at Texas A&M. Congratulations on this special honor, and best of luck to you as you create a brighter future for you, our university, and the world.
Thank you, Dr. Wyco. The Graduate and Professional Student Government represents and advocates for graduate and professional students at Texas A&M. At this time, I would like to introduce the President of the Graduate and Professional Student Government, Yuthej Vatapalli. Yuthej is originally from India. where he received a bachelor's degree in civil engineering with a minor in physics from Shiv Nadar University. At Texas A&M, he is currently pursuing a master's degree in civil engineering with a concentration in transportation. He focuses on machine vision and controls. He is an extremely passionate entrepreneur and has co-founded a startup at Texas A&M. In September 2020, Utej had the honor of representing the graduate and professional student community in a meeting with White House Coronavirus Response Coordinator, Dr. Deborah Birx, where he shared graduate and professional students' pandemic-related concerns. Utej, thank you for serving graduate and professional students as GPSG President, and welcome.
Howdy, my name is Utej, and I'm the President of Graduate and Professional Student Government for 2020-2021. I'm very honored today to give remarks on behalf of GPSG for the ceremony honoring our distinguished Graduate Student Award recipients, and we are very grateful to the Association of Former Students for hosting our graduate students in the Distinguished Graduate Student Award ceremony for excelling in the areas of teaching and research. As a graduate student myself, I'm deeply touched that we have such an award ceremony that honors such excellent graduate students. It is interesting to note that graduate students are not always historically portrayed glamorously in the media. In comedy films that involves the hijinks of adventurous college undergraduate students, graduate students are typically portrayed as teaching assistants who try to stop their fun. When all we know that the graduate students simply want to make sure that their students properly prepare for their final exams. In drama films that celebrate the life of a famed academic, such as a renowned professor or researcher, graduate students are typically portrayed as muted background set pieces in favor of showcasing the academic's genius, when all we know that the graduate students are vital to the success of the institution. I have experienced the impact of a graduate student on the greater university community on a personal level. During my undergraduate studies, it was excellent graduate teaching assistants who gave me hope and pushed me in the right direction to pursue my studies. During my master's studies, it was excellent doctoral researcher lab mates who showed me what world-class research work was and inspired me to follow in their footsteps and guide my junior peers. So whether they're teaching assistants, instructors of record, research assistants, or research fellows, these individuals will receive their distinguished awards courtesy of the association because they have proved themselves to be extraordinary in the eyes of their nominators and the reviewers for making positive impacts at the teaching level or achieving innovative prestige at the research level. To the Distinguished Graduate Student Award recipients for their excellence in teaching and research, we are truly honored by your presence here at our proud institution that is Texas A&M University. Thanks and Gigam.
Thank you, Utej. Next, it is my pleasure to welcome the Texas A&M Association of Former Students Vice President for Communications and Human Resources, Katherine Greenway. Katherine graduated from Texas A&M University in 1988 with a Bachelor of Science in Journalism. She joined the association staff in 1999. For the past 22 years, Katherine has served the association through a period of expansive growth. The support the Aggie Network provides to our present and former students is truly unique in higher education. Welcome, Katherine.
Howdy. Thank you for allowing the Association of Former Students to be a part of today's awards presentation. Presenting awards such as those we present today is one of the best parts of our jobs at the association, as it gives us a chance to thank those that make Texas A&M the unique institution it is. Before I talk about the Distinguished Graduate Student Awards, however, I want to take a moment to thank everyone watching for the way you have adapted and adjusted to the challenges of the past year. Higher education has been forced to pivot in unprecedented ways, and in a very short time. You have all done that admirably. I want you to know it is noticed and it is appreciated by the Association of Former Students. The 20 awards we present today are made possible by the generous gifts of almost 60,000 annual donors to the Association of Former Students. These dedicated members of the Aggie Network allow the association to make a $13 million impact on Texas A&M in 2021. Included in this support are funds dedicated to recognizing and encouraging teaching and research. Our awards today spotlight the important contributions our graduate students make to these pillars of the university experience. To each of our award recipients, we commend your professional knowledge and, more importantly, the positive influence you have on your students, your peers, and our university. We thank you for inspiring excellence, for leading by example, and for being an important part of our worldwide Aggie network. Congratulations.
Thank you, Katherine. It is now time for the Association of Former Students Distinguished Graduate Student Awards presentations.
Excellence in Teaching, Doctoral. Danielle Bevin. Danielle Bevin is a PhD student in the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Culture under the advisement of Dr. Mary Margaret Capraro. Before entering a doctoral program, Danielle earned a BS in Mathematics and an M.Ed in Talent Development in Secondary Education from Texas State University. During her time at Texas A&M, she has served as a research assistant with Aggie STEM in the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Culture and the Department of Educational Administration and Human Resource Development. Bevin has presented at various regional, national, and international conferences and has published journal articles, conference proceedings, and a book chapter. She has taught multiple undergraduate courses on effective teaching methods for mathematics classrooms for pre-service teachers. Her research focuses on connecting creativity to mathematics and how that affects students' attitudes about learning from elementary through college students. Bevin has served as the Extracurricular Activities Director for the Aggie STEM Summer Camp, and she has held various leadership positions in the Teaching, Learning, and Culture Graduate Student Association. She also served 2 years as the Vice President of Finance for the Graduate and Professional Student Government.
Receiving this award is a huge honor. I have a passion for teaching and helping future educators be successful in their future classrooms. Being nominated by my advisor, peers, and past students means that I am making a difference and my passion is being seen. Teaching online during the pandemic was challenging, but receiving this award shows me that I can continue to make a difference in a non-traditional sense of a classroom.
Sequina Dixon. Sequina Dixon is currently pursuing a PhD in the Department of Agricultural Leadership, Education, and Communication. She earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Florida and master's degrees from Bowling Green State University and Baylor University. Dixon's research interests include youth development, resilience in youth, leadership, and community development. She has taught numerous courses for the Department of Agricultural Leadership, Education, and Communication, mostly in the area of agricultural leadership. Her professional experiences outside of teaching include serving as a residence hall director, coordinating a residential living learning community, and recruiting and managing volunteers with the Girl Scouts of Central Texas. She has also served as a regular contributor to Aggie Voice, the graduate and professional school blog.
Part of this university's mission is to prepare students to assume roles in leadership, responsibility, and service to the community. And as an instructor of leadership, everything I do relates to this mission. So to me, teaching is all about the students, and I want students to truly understand course materials and interact with it in an engaging way. So this award means that I have served my students well.
Olivia Gunther. Olivia Gunther is a fifth-year PhD student studying in the Department of Chemistry under the advisement of Dr. Oleg V. Ozerov. She received a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from Brandeis University in 2016. Her research interests include the synthesis of metal organic frameworks and their application in heterogeneous catalysis, as well as the fundamental reactivity of highly Lewis acidic main group cations. Throughout her teaching career, Gunther has strived to develop course materials that empower students with transferable skills in scientific literacy to allow them to thrive in their field of choice. She believes that by offering accessibility to course resources and creating a sense of community in the classroom, performance gaps linked to socioeconomic and educational disparities can be narrowed.
There's something about this place, and I think that a lot of that has to just do with the student body and the network and just everybody being so supportive of each other. I am so honored to have gotten this award. I cannot believe that, I don't know, I'm just shocked. I can't believe that somebody wants to recognize me for this. So thank you so much.
Elif Kaya. Elif Kaya is a PhD candidate in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering under the advisement of Dr. Kamran Entisari. She earned a Bachelor of Science degree with honors in electrical engineering from Erciyes University in Turkey, a Master of Engineering degree in Electronics and Telecommunications Engineering from Istanbul Technical University, and a Master of Science degree in Electrical and Computer Engineering from Columbia University. At Texas A&M, she has taught classes in electrical theory, power systems, and circuit applications, and has also served as a laboratory instructor, a recitation instructor, and a final project mentor. She is currently working as a graduate assistant lecturer in a circuit analysis and circuit design course. She approaches teaching with a focus on good interactive communication and observation with mutual respect between the instructor and the students. She emphasizes providing an interactive learning environment for students to master critical thinking and problem solving, discovery and knowledge generation, experiential learning, self-directed learning, and teamwork skills. Kaya was a semi-finalist for a 2021 Lemelson MIT Student Prize for Collegiate Innovators, which recognizes individual graduate students who have invented solutions for global problems. She is the recipient of many honors, including the 2020 Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers Microwave Theory and Techniques Society Graduate Fellowship and the 2020 IEE Radio and Wireless Symposium Best Student Paper Award.
Being recognized as one of the top PhD students at Texas A&M University is a truly honor for me and one of the highlights of my long education career, and it increased my motivation, my self-confidence, since ingenuity is subject to compliment. But I regarded it as an award for the great team I work at ETID department, who provided endless support and inclusive environment and helped a lot through the challenges that I faced during my teaching times, as well as, of course, the success of my students.
Sala Coresheed. Sala Coresheed is a PhD candidate in the Department of Aerospace Engineering under the advisement of Dr. Diego Donzis. He earned undergraduate degrees in aerospace engineering and physics and a master's degree in aerospace engineering from Texas A&M University. His research is focused on developing a fundamental understanding of turbulence in fluid phenomena using and developing various techniques from computational sciences. Coresheed's honors include the Hagler Institute's HEAP Graduate Fellowship, the TAMU Energy Institute Fellowship, and the TAMU Aerospace PhD Excellence Fellowship. He has taught at Texas A&M in various capacities, including as a teaching assistant over 4 semesters for various courses in fluid dynamics within aerospace engineering. He has also served as a math and physics tutor for student athletes and as a tutor in both the mathematics and aerospace engineering departments. Additionally, he has twice been awarded the College of Engineering Graduate Teaching Fellowship to teach a senior level course in viscous fluid dynamics.
As a graduate student, I've had access to collaborations with world-renowned researchers, both affiliated with A&M and somewhere else. This access has been very helpful, helping me grow as a researcher. The university has also provided plenty of resources for graduate students to develop their teaching skills and seek academic careers. The graduate student body itself, at least within our department, has been very supportive of each other and have created an excellent atmosphere for growth, as well as an enjoyable social experience.
Suel Yi. Suel Yi is a PhD candidate in the Department of English under the advisement of Dr. Marian Eide. She earned bachelor's and master's degrees in English at Chungnam National University in South Korea. As an undergraduate, she studied English on an exchange program at the University of Alberta. Her research interests include 20th and 21st century post-colonial and transnational literature, women's and gender studies, and ethical theory. Her dissertation, Convivial Violence, Contemporary Transnational Literature of Care and Social Control, explores violence that intersects with care and conviviality in unexpected ways. At Texas A&M, she has served as an instructor of record in courses ranging from rhetoric and composition to technical writing to literature.
The English department provides me this opportunity to meet and interact with diverse students And as I become more experienced in teaching, I also have an opportunity to mentor graduate students in English department. My care for making more an inclusive environment for both undergrad and graduate students is one of my best experiences at TAMU. Thank you.
Xingning Cindy Liu. S. Cindy Liu is a fifth-year PhD student in the Industrial Organizational Psychology doctoral program under the advisement of Dr. Mindy Bergman. Her research mainly focuses on workplace diversity, equity, and inclusion by exploring how individuals navigate their social identities in the workplace. She has extensive experience with creating and evaluating mentorship programs, DEI training programs, and pedagogy training programs. Liu follows a science practitioner model in both her research and teaching. She has authored a variety of peer-reviewed journal articles, peer-reviewed national conference proceedings, a book chapter, and presented 28 posters and symposia at 14 national and international conferences. She is actively involved with interdisciplinary research with collaborators in engineering education, computer science, industrial systems engineering, and educational psychology. Liu has also mentored 21 research assistants during her time at Texas A&M and has worked with undergraduate co-authors on 2 national conference presentations and 6 regional conference presentations. She was also the inaugural coordinator of the Psych Mentor Program, an internship peer mentoring program in the Department of Psychological and Brain Sciences that aims to provide support for first semester students. She has earned a variety of specialized certificates as well as numerous awards, including the Society for Industrial and Organizational Psychology Best LGBT Research Award and the Murray and Celeste Faskin Distinguished Graduate Teaching Award. Shawane Patrick. Shawane Patrick is a PhD candidate in the Department of Mechanical Engineering under the advisement of Pilwan Her and Douglas Allaire. She earned a bachelor's degree in biomedical engineering and a master's degree in mechanical engineering at Texas A&M University. Her doctoral work focuses on the design of walking assistive devices, and she is interested in creating uniform methods utilizing biomechanics to create optimal walking assistive devices for various population groups. She has presented aspects of her work at the Academy of Orthotists and Prosthetists, American Academy of Biomechanics, and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers International Conference on Advanced Robotics and its Social Impacts. Patrick has served as a graduate teaching consultant for Texas A&M's Center for Teaching Excellence, assisting in the training of hundreds of teaching assistants. She has also served as TA for a variety of engineering courses since 2017. Additionally, she has been involved in mentorship of K-12 undergraduate and graduate students. She held the position of the Lewis Stokes Alliance for Minority Participation Bridge to the Doctorate Coordinator for 3 years, a program that helps aid minority students in the pursuit of STEM doctoral degrees. Her research interests include the biomechanics of human motion, design of mobility assistive devices, design optimization, orthotics, prosthetics, and engineering education.
I view teaching as an opportunity to help students to be confident and competent in their field. It's always been my belief that every student can learn and every student matters. It's important that my students know that and feel that when they come into the classroom. And winning this award lets me know that at least a few of them did feel that way, and that helps make this whole grad school teaching experience worthwhile.
Maria Roque. Maria Roque is pursuing a Doctor of Public Health degree in the Department of Health Promotion and Community Health Sciences at the Texas A&M School of Public Health under the advisement of Dr. Ping Ma. She earned her undergraduate degree in journalism and interdisciplinary education at the University of Texas at Austin, where she also earned a certificate in public health and a minor in sociology. She earned a Master of Public Health from the Texas A&M School of Public Health in McAllen. Roque plans to pursue a career as a public health practitioner and educator. She is committed to improving health outcomes along the Texas-Mexico border through community-centered health promotion interventions. She is an advocate for culturally proficient programs that address health disparities in minoritized populations and consider the social determinants of health. She has experience as a journalist, a bilingual elementary school educator, and a public health practitioner. Her areas of research include reproductive and child and maternal health.
As a graduate student, my most significant experience at Texas A&M has been just having so many wonderful opportunities to impact public health outcomes now as a student. Life does not begin after graduation. I learned that I can make a difference now. The practice opportunities that I've had here are truly top tier. Being able to engage in community-based research has been a true pleasure that has filled me with satisfaction and helped me hone my skills to become a better public health practitioner in the future.
Landon Sadler. Landon Sadler is a fifth-year PhD student in the Department of English under the advisement of Dr. Vanita Reddy. His scholarly areas of interest include 20th and 21st century American literature, feminist and queer theory, and film and pop culture studies. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in English and Political Science at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and he has earned certificates in Women's and Gender Studies and Film and Media Studies at Texas A&M. He also earned the Academy for Future Faculty Certificate from the Center for the Integration of Research, Teaching, and Learning. His dissertation, Time Will Tell, Dystopian Cultural Production and the Queer Ethics of Care, analyzes how contemporary queer dystopian cultural production forwards a radical queer ethics of care. His article, If You Can't Love Yourself, How in the Hell You Gonna Love Somebody Else? Care and Neoliberalism on Queer Eye, RuPaul's Drag Race, and Pose, is currently under review at the Journal of Popular Culture Studies. Sadler teaches courses in literature and rhetoric and composition at Texas A&M. In addition, he is a peer teaching mentor in the Department of English and a recipient of a Faskin Graduate Student Teaching Award. He also serves as a mentor for incoming graduate students and as the president of the LGBTQA graduate group.
As a graduate student, my most significant experience at A&M was teaching English 333, or LGBTQ literatures, in fall 2020. With the pandemic, we faced many challenges, but my students and I made it work. Ultimately, my experiences at A&M made me a more creative, critical, and hopeful person. Again, I'm so humbled to be a part of this awesome learning community.
Excellence in Research, Doctoral. Justin Andrews. Justin Andrews earned a PhD from the Department of Chemistry under the advisement of Professor Sarbajit Banerjee, Davidson Chair in Science. Prior to studying at Texas A&M University, he earned a BA in Chemistry from Gordon College while studying green chemistry under the guidance of Professor Irv Levy. His research at Texas A&M University focused on the design of chemical approaches to independently tune the structures and electronic properties of metastable solid-state materials. During his time at Texas A&M, Andrews served as a NASA Space Technology Research Fellow from 2017 to 2021, where he pursued the design of multivalent batteries for aerospace applications. His research has been recognized with several awards and distinctions, including the Materials Research Society Graduate Student Award in 2020, the Dow Chemical Charlene Black Miller 79 Endowed Memorial Fellowship in 2019, Phi Lambda Epsilon Sharon Dabney Award for Excellence in Research and Service in 2019, and the Sigma Chi Excellence in STEM Award in 2019. Throughout his graduate program, he mentored 8 undergraduate chemistry and engineering students, several of whom have published their work and have moved on to pursue graduate school or careers in an industry. Andrews currently holds a postdoctoral position at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, working in a research group led by Professor Mircea Dinka.
Well, when I was choosing which graduate school offer to accept, one of the things that attracted me most to Texas A&M University was its unique pitch. Really, the message that they were trying to get across to us prospective students was that you should come to Texas A&M because of the amazing research that we're doing here right now. And I think it speaks for itself. During my time at Texas A&M, I learned that being an Aggie scientist is really just about getting the work done and making scientific advances. It's about walking the walk and not just talking the talk. It's about actions and not just words. And that's really one part of being an Aggie that I hope to take with me wherever I go in the future.
Mustafa Karimi.
Mustafa Karimi earned a PhD from the Department of Electrical Engineering in December 2020 under the advisement of Dr. Yang Shen. Before coming to Texas A&M, he earned double Bachelor of Science degrees in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science from Sharif University of Technology in Tehran. His research interests include machine learning and optimization for computational biology and drug recovery. The primary focus of his dissertation was circumventing drug resistance by molecular design through combinatorial optimization and deep generative models. Karimi has collaborated on various interdisciplinary research projects that have been featured in the Texas A&M Research Bulletin and the Journal of Chemical Information and Modeling. A research project on which he worked made cell reports, best of protein design, at the Critical Assessment of Genome Interpretation workshop in San Francisco. He also received the NSF Award for Young Professionals Contributing to Smart and Connected Health at the 2016 Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers Annual Conference. Pierre Lau. Pierre Lau is completing a PhD program in environmental science at Texas A&M under the direction of Dr. Juliana Rangel. Lau's interest in a career related to environmental science originates in an appreciation for the outdoors he developed at an early age as an Eagle Scout. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Systems from the University of California, San Diego. Lau began pollination research 10 years ago, working on a project to study native bee pollination efficiency on a watermelon agroecosystem. Since then, he has been researching various aspects of honeybee health with an emphasis on nutrition. He is currently a USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture predoctoral fellow focused on using honeybee foraging to better understand their nutritional preferences, specifically protein to lipid ratios with pollen resources.
The most significant experiences I've had at Texas A&M have been the conferences that I've been fortunate enough to attend, present, and represent my department in over the past few years. These conferences have been extremely helpful for me in terms of establishing my professional network around the country.
Jose Juarez. Jose Juarez is a PhD candidate in the Department of Entomology, working under the direction of Dr. Gabriel Hamer. Juarez received his Bachelor of Science in Biology at the Universidad del Valle de Guatemala, UVG, and his Master of Science in Biology and Control of Parasites and Disease Vectors from the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine. At UVG's Center of Health Studies and Medical Entomology, Juarez conducted research related to vector control activities for diseases such as malaria, dengue fever, and Chagas disease. He then interned at the International Atomic Energy Agency, evaluating gamma and X-ray irradiation procedures for the sterile insect technique in mosquitoes. His key research interests include novel methods of vector control and community participation engagement for developing integrated vector control interventions. He joined Dr. Hamer's lab at Texas A&M to work on an eco-biosocial approach for the surveillance and control of Aedes aegypti in the lower Rio Grande Valley of Texas. He hopes to work with low-income communities to help them save resources, guide vector control activities, and ultimately improve residents' quality of life.
My most significant experience as a Texas A&M graduate student was when I just arrived to do my field work in South Texas. And I got an email from International Student Services that said that I needed to correct some paperwork ASAP. I saw that email, I got very stressed out, my heart sunk because I didn't want to be in bad standing condition with the Department of Homeland Security. And within 3 hours, Robert and International Student Services were able to fix all the paperwork. They got all the signatures done, cleared everything with DHS. And at that moment, I realized that I will never be alone as an Aggie.
Zhang Yuli. Yuli received his PhD from the Department of Animal Science in August 2020 under the advisement of Dr. Yi Wu. His graduate research focused on fish nutrition and metabolism. Jengyu has contributed to 10 peer-reviewed articles or book chapters as first author and presented his research at multiple national conferences. His work not only advances basic knowledge on the nutrition, metabolism, and functions of amino acids in fish species, but also provides data for developing practical needs for carnivorous fish species to improve sustainability and the efficiency of their growth. His research also works to improve the formulations of fish feeds to enhance growth and improve gut, eyes, and liver health. His long-term goal is to become a scientist who will continue to make significant contributions in the field of aquaculture on a global scale.
As an IE, I can feel that we are just like a big family, so even we have different backgrounds, I was believing that it will take a long time to adapt this life and study in Texas A&M University, as I did not have work and study experience in USA at that time. So in fact, it was not. When I come to College Station in 2017, it was so many people to help me. I am really appreciative.
Yuli received his PhD from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering in August 2020 under the advisement of Weilin Gao. Li holds a PhD in Cartography and Geographic Information Systems from the University of the Chinese Academy of Sciences. His research focuses on using remote sensing technology to solve pressing water-related issues from global to local scales. During his PhD research at Texas A&M, he developed algorithms to generate 3D reservoir bathymetry maps using satellite data and leveraged multi-source remote sensing data to develop the first consistent bathymetry dataset for global reservoirs. He also used satellite remote sensing data to monitor the storage variations for over 7,000 reservoirs globally from the 1980s to the present. These algorithms and data sets will support a variety of applications such as global hydrological modeling and local water resources related studies. Li's research has been published in top journals such as Remote Sensing of Environment. He is currently a postdoc researcher at Texas A&M working with Weilin Gao on NASA's Global Water Reservoir Project.
Being an Aggie is the best decision I have made in my life thus far. Here in Texas A&M, I learned the meaning of loyalty and devotion that all Aggies have for this great university. I truly believe that the Aggie community is the best in the world, and the Aggie spirit will inspire me to make more achievements in the future.
Uni Rudya Maiti. Uni Rudya Maiti is a PhD student in the Department of Soil and Crop Sciences under the advisement of Dr. Muthukumar Bhagavathivanan. He earned a bachelor's degree from Uttar Banga Krishi Visvavidyalaya in India and a master's from the Indian Agricultural Research Institute. Maiti's research interests include weed science, biology and ecology, herbicide resistance evolution, gene flow, and integrated weed management. Maiti has received several competitive scholarships, fellowships, and awards at the institutional, national, and international levels throughout his career, including the Outstanding Meritorious Graduate Student Award by the Weed Science Society of America in 2021, Association of Agricultural Scientists of Indian Origin in 2020, American Society of Agronomy in 2020, and the Department of Soil and Crop Sciences, Texas A&M University in 2019. Maiti serves as a scientist at the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Maiti is an active member of many national and international science societies. He has authored or co-authored more than 35 articles in leading peer-reviewed journals. Maiti also serves in a variety of leadership roles for student and professional groups.
The most wonderful things I have experienced here is diversity and inclusion. My international identity didn't prevent me from getting access to any facility, student organization positions, social activities, awards, and recognitions, and so on. The list is so long. I achieved a lot. I shaped my future. I shaped my career. I learned a lot regarding research, regarding social activities, and how to communicate my science to other people. People are so helpful and open-minded here that I never felt like I'm away from my home. I'm really honored to get this award. Thank you.
Navaneeth, Krishna, Rajeeva, Pandiyan. Navaneeth is a PhD candidate in the Department of Biomedical Engineering under the advisement of Dr. Abhishek Zhang. His PhD research is focused on developing an in vitro model to study irregular blood clotting in the human body, specifically within the leg. Navaneeth has developed and validated a vein chip microfluid device that models the pathological state of deep vein, which helps study deep vein thrombosis and its therapeutics. He has published multiple research articles in leading journals as first author and co-author. He has also volunteered in community outreach by regularly participating in retirement community presentations where he presents his science and informs them about the latest trends in medicine. He is also very passionate about teaching and mentoring undergraduate students in research.
I enjoy being part of the Aggie community and its core values very much. Being an international student, the Aggie community has never made me feel away from home. So Aggieland will always be my second home. Also, being part of Aggie traditions such as big event, I understand what it means to give back to the community and the satisfaction you get out of it.
Sangwon Park. Sangwon Park is a PhD candidate in his 4th year in the Department of Chemical Engineering under the supervision of Hai Kwan Jiao. He earned a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from the Kwangwon University in South Korea and a master's in chemical and biological engineering from Korea University. His current research focuses on the development of metal-organic framework-based gas separation membranes. He is also interested in researching air dehumidification using membrane technologies. He is first author or co-author on multiple published research papers. After graduation, he will join the Institute for Nanobiotechnology in the Whiting School of Engineering at Johns Hopkins University as a postdoctoral fellow.
I have challenged myself and given an effort to do better jobs. By doing that, I could achieve many research accomplishments. I could learn not only academic knowledge, but also wisdom for life. I'm proud of myself for being an Aggie, and I will always remember gratitude. Thank you.
Yifan Tian. Yifan Tian is a PhD candidate in the Department of Physics and Astronomy under the advisement of Dr. Joseph Ross. He finished his PhD defense in December 2020 and will graduate with a PhD in physics in May 2021. Prior to attending graduate school, Tian earned his BS degree in applied physics at the University of Science and Technology of China in June 2015. Tian has published 8 first author articles and contributed to 4 publications as a co-author. He has also presented research at 5 national and international conferences. His work is mostly focused on experimental condensed matter and materials physics using nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. In addition to the training in physics, Tian was also accepted into the Texas A&M Data-Enabled Discovery and Design of Energy Materials, T3EM, interdisciplinary program as a trainee, where he further developed informatics-based materials design and earned the D3EM certificate in December 2020. He also participated in the College of Science Strategic Transformation Research Program, collaborated with other departments, and applied informatics in physics research. Tian is currently a postdoctoral associate in the Department of Physics at Cornell University.
I think for me is the spirit of like fighting to the end and never quit, because like as a grad student, for me is I'm a physics major, so it normally takes a lot of years to graduate. So the mentality will play actually a very important role in the whole process. I think it's very important for me to share the values of being an Aggie and never quit in my academic career.
Congratulations once again to all the Association of Former Students, Distinguished Graduate Student Awardees. Thank you for all that you do for Texas A&M.